ready with me today. I decided to go ahead and do this because there were so many people that were trying to help me figure out in my favorites what the two words that started with B and C were, that once I figured it out, I had to do a get ready with me. I didn't have to. I just decided it would be a fun way to tell you guys that I had figured out what those two words were and what the product was. And there were just a couple people that wanted to see the foundation routine, and I actually referenced that in the next video that's going to go up, that there weren't very many people that wanted to see it, and I wasn't going to do it. But I thought as long as I'm going to tell you guys and show you the product that started with BC was, I might as well do the foundation routine. Whew! That was a mouthful that I probably said very quickly. Basically, it's a get ready with me with some products I'm loving right now. That's what it boils down to. I have had my hair cut since the last time that you saw me. And again, I talked about that in the video that's going to go live because this was an impromptu video. I wasn't planning on filming. I do have bangs, but it was a bad bang day. So they are currently pinned back. And I got quite a few inches cut off of my hair. So in case you're curious, you are right. All right, let's get on with it. All right, so I have my bangs pinned back because otherwise they're gonna be all in my face. So far all I've done is put the Cover FX primer. I cannot tell in the viewfinder, by the way, if my lights are too bright to be like washing things out, but I'll list everything below for you just in case. So then my Pond's BB cream, and this, from what I can determine, you guys, and I've just been using my fingers, this, from what I can determine, you guys, has been discontinued. I know that a couple of people said that they found it, they have it in their grocery stores, and you can find it on Amazon. I'm sure you could find it on eBay as well and other places, but I don't think they are making it anymore. So it was this one of those things where I was like, okay, well, there's SPF in it, which means I need to use it up. You know what I'm saying? I've had this one for a while, I believe. I think that I went through at least three. Not two, at least three of these, or this may be my third. I really liked this BB cream. But you know how, especially if you are a video maker, excuse me, you know how you tend to just put things to the side because you're trying something else. All right, so the Tarte Miracle Maracuja, this stuff is like super thick. So what I've been doing is I kind of put it over here where I have kind of old blemishes, and I'm just right from the tube, and then a little bit on that blemish, and then I just let it sit there and soften up, and you know. So then I have my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness. I just stick my finger in there, and I'm putting a little bit because the Pond's doesn't have a ton of coverage. So in the areas where I have a little bit more redness, my nose and my cheeks and that sort of thing, I'm so far away from this, you guys. Normally I have my face all up in my mirror. And then I use a little brush. I got mine from QVC and it came with this little brush, and I think it's awesome. So I will work it here and then work it in the corners of my nose there. Same thing over here. And then I just, do you see? Hopefully you're able to see. This is as low as I can turn these lights down. It's my little mirror light here. So I just blend that in. So now I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Match Perfection. I go back and forth on this, you guys. I don't think that I'll repurchase it, but I'm happy to be using it and using it up. But I don't think I'll repurchase it. I really like my MAC Pro Longwear better. So I just slap it on like that. And the brush that I've been using currently is the IT Cosmetics Airbrush Blurring Concealer. And I will go in under here and just blend that out. So by now this stuff has sat on here just a little bit. Let me get my hair out of it. And I'm just going to use the same brush. So blend it in mostly, and if I feel like it just needs a little bit more help, I just take my finger, and I'm not rubbing, I'm just patting around where that is. And same thing here. And I really like how this looks. I feel like it's perfected, but not overly perfected, if that makes any sense. All right, so at this point, sometimes at this point, sometimes later, it doesn't really matter. I take the Wayne Goss 02 brush and my Hourglass Dim Light, and I'm just going to put it on here. I usually do it a little bit later as well, or kind of use whatever's left on this brush to brush it off, if there's any fallout. Are you guys so excited to find out what BC is? You don't know what to do with yourselves? When I finally figured it out, I was like, seriously, Kristin. Okay, so I'm taking my MAC Aphrodite shell. If you have this, break it out. And a Sephora 55 brush. This is the older kind. And this is, I just have been going up here and really kind of up here. And that is it. I'm not, just kind of, if we had sun in Wisconsin, where it would hit. Okay, we do have sun, but... And then I've been taking the, okay, I'm trying to think when you're going to see this. The Chanel 4 Looks One Quad video is coming out very soon, or it has come out, I can't remember, but just depends on when. So I'm taking the Mary Kay bronzer and the Bobbi Brown powder brush, and I just, my face is naturally darker than my neck and chest, and redder than my neck and chest, so I just, this seems to work really well to kind of, you know, match things up. And I'll just go over that a little bit. That is that. And yes, I purposefully do that before I put on my other powder. It just, I don't know, it's just the routine that's been working for me. So then the Mineral Wear part, this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Mineral Rich Loose Powder Makeup. And they have discontinued this. I think, I know I talked about that in my 4 Looks video that was either before this or is after this. I don't remember which. But actually I think this is going to go up first. And so I'm just using a different Sephora 55 brush. I have 2 of them. Because I think I bought 3 of them. I already had one and I bought 3 of them when they were going away. And ended up giving away 2 of them to people I felt like needed them. And just kept the 1, so I have 2. I just buffed that in. So you can see it doesn't add a ton more coverage. It doesn't, hopefully you can see, it doesn't make anything cakey. It just really, it's such a nice powder. If you can still get your hands on this, get your hands on it. And I don't know if, you know, I bought mine from Daybed at Bergdorf Goodman. I don't know if they still have it or not, but I'll list this information below for you guys in case you want to check it out. Let's have a little coffee break, shall we? Look at my cute mug. This is a present from a subscriber last year. Isn't he cute? Alright, so this is the NARS Blush in Lovejoy. And this is the It Cosmetics little brush with a little ball thing on it. It's like the French something or other. And then I'm just gonna... This is where I've been putting it. Not just it, all blushes. Everybody does blush placement differently. This is what works for me and what I like. And now there's a towel in my lap. I'm wiping it completely off the towel, on the towel, and then just, I'm not pushing hard. I'm like, you know when you're blending out a crease and you have the brush, you see where I'm holding this back here? And you're just really trying to blend out any lines. That's what I'm doing. And I do the same thing that I used to do with the Why Reserve Your Cabana before I broke it, with my Hourglass. And you can put this all over your face too, and I will. I probably overuse the dim light. What can I say? It's my favorite. And I just kind of go on any lines, and I feel like this sort of blurs them. I'm not using much product. This is probably unnecessary, but it's what I do. And then for highlight, I'm going to use the, I just think these go so well together. This is the It Cosmetics Hello Light Illuminating Powder. Same brush. Tap this bad boy off. Trust me. And you can see where I'm going. Try to go a little bit closer to my eye and up. Because let's lift things up, shall we? Again, very loosely. Holding the brush. Okay, so I have some brows on, and I put on my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and then also MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And right now I'm just taking, this actually is the Sephora one that I've been using, the Pro Contour number 79. This is the Maybelline Single Shadow in Linen. I'm pretty sure this is old packaging and everything. Anyway, this is what I always put like some sort of something over Painterly, and it just makes things blend better. And so that's what I'm using right now, and it is on my use it up list. All right, so the book you've all been waiting for, which probably isn't all that exciting, but this is what I had written down twice. I mean, that's how much I used it, and I cannot believe that I couldn't remember what this was when I was filming. I mean, for the love of all that is good and holy, Kristin Noel. But Burberry Chestnut. Yep. That's the BC while we're wondering about, and I was wondering about it. It drove me crazy till I finally figured it out. It was at least a week. So, and this is a Cam Cosmetics lay down brush, and I am just laying that down. What I like about this is that it's one of those one shade shadows that you can, if you use a couple of different brushes. I like this one when I'm gonna do like the same shade all over my lid, because it's just so quick. It's a really unique brush, actually. So I put that down, and then I'm going to take a Beauty Junkies. This is the Pro Tapered Blending, and just a little bit of that. Knock it off, and just blend. And for me, I mean, it doesn't matter what color eyes you have. This would work well, but look what that does to a blue eye. I would imagine the same with a green eye. I just think this color is so interesting. And I think when I looked it up online, I was going to send it to a friend of mine, excuse me, a couple months ago, because I've been using it for much more than just 1 month. Well, how I couldn't remember it is beyond me. I'm getting old. They called it something different, so I hope it's the same shade, but I feel like it was called something different. Excuse me. So I don't need any transition shade, because it's just a transition shade in and of itself. But I got a little over anxious because I was talking while I was doing it. So you see how this is out too far and drags my eye down. I'm taking a little Blanc type from MAC and a 217, and I just will go clean that up. And I don't want it that harsh, but that's how I start, and then I will just blend it up, blend out the edge. And then I'm just going to get a little more. Use this as my brow bone highlight. If Chestnut isn't a Vanessa the Bombshell Sweet shade, I don't know what is. It's right up her alley. So same thing over here. Clean up the edge, soften it out, brow bone highlight. Now you could go, if you're a winged liner person, you could go winged liner from here. I'm actually going to take just a little bit more of that Chestnut and go up here. I felt like I pulled a little too much of it away. All right, I had to get up close so I could see. So then I'm on my upper lash line, and this is only because I'm trying to use it up. Otherwise, I would totally just use the sleek on both. But on my upper lash line, I have actually sharpened this Pixie too sharp. I need to dull the points just a little bit. So I'm going to take the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen, and this is, I think they call this one Onyx. This is really smudgeable. And I'm going right close to my lash line. Right close. Really close is what I'm trying to say. And I'm not yanking out my eye, but ladies, sometimes you have to pull your eye taut a little bit. I'm using, this is the Sigma E21. I've never found a brush like this E21. If I could find a different one, I would. There are a few that are close, but I've not found one. So I'm just smudging that out. And sometimes if I feel like that looks even a little harsh to me, like the color looks a little harsh, I'll go right back into that Burberry Chestnut. That's a little much, game. And go back over and smudge it out, and it just softens that up a little bit. All right. So there's that. Then I will show you, and then I'll do the other eye off camera. But for me, I've talked about this a million times probably, but I seem to have a lot of upper waterline space, which is why I tightline every day. So I'm going to take the Sleek Ooh La La liner because it won't transfer. That Pixie one transfers in a hot minute. The black cocoa one does not, but the black one does. Ugh, terribly. So I just, do you see the difference that makes for me? Alright, so I'll do the other eye and I'll be back. Okay, I just want to show you one more time again. So this is the eye with the tight line and this is the eye with the knot. Can you see the difference? So that's why for me, finding a black liner that will stay in the waterline and not transfer below to my lower line is so important. Because it makes such a big difference. So important. Like first world problems, but you know what I mean. It makes such a difference in my look. Alright, so it was a bad bang day. Yeah, so this is what they look like. It's one thing that I've been doing is just taking what's ever left on this IT Cosmetic brush, because sometimes I get some redness around my lips. They're not chapped, I don't really know why, but at any rate, I just go like this. And that seems to eliminate any redness. So I'd share. So I think because you saw the intense nude in my favorites, that's what I was wearing. I'm going to put on the Chanel Deep Rose. I gotta get closer. And I have not tried a ton of liquid lipsticks. This is how I approach liquid lipstick. I put it on and then I blend it out with my finger. And I'd rather build it up than have an issue. I like the smell on this. There's a little vanilla scent to it. I realize this shade is no longer available. I didn't know that when I filmed my favorites. But give this formula a try. Alright, I've let that dry down a little bit. I'm just going to use the gloss on the other end. You could use whatever gloss your heart desires. As Laura would say, the world is your pickle. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this get ready with me and I got to see some of my favorites in action and the question of what BC was, or what the two words starting with a B and a C were. I seriously can't believe that I couldn't remember that, but that is the Burberry Chestnut. That's what that was. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.